All right, y'all, because get in here so we can talk about the passing of KeKe Jabbars. This is going to be a quick video. I know usually I don't do videos like this, but this whole situation has got me disturbed, and I do want to speak on it. Before we even get started, y'all make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and get down in these comments. Like I said, this is not a laughing matter, but her uncle has come out and spoke on the passing of KeKe, made things kind of make a little bit more sense because we've been kind of getting bits and pieces of what happened to her and how she passed. Her uncle has since, I believe, taken the video down and expressed that he was speaking out of frustration. But baby, you said what you said, okay? And we synced it. We clocked it, everybody. So we're going to talk about it. And I mean, that just is what it is because actually what he says makes more sense than anything. Now, when the news of her passing first came out, I'm not the only one that's seen it. A whole bunch of people saw it. There was a brief statement that said something about when KeKe passed, she was surrounded by friends and family at home or family at home, making it seem like there might have been something wrong with her that we didn't know about. She might have been sick. She might have been fighting with something. Okay. The next story that comes out was when her husband confirmed that he found her in the garage and that she had passed away from carbon monoxide poisoning because she liked to fall asleep anywhere, and she had fell asleep in her car after returning home from visiting her sister. The story just did not make sense. You know, when you read into the details of the story, it was kind of like, oh, she was at her sister's. It was like 4 a.m. or some stuff. She comes home, she gets in the garage and falls asleep. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. Now, there are people that can sleep anywhere. Me personally, I ain't one of them, baby. I got to be comfortable or else I'm not going to be able to do it. But I do know people that can pull up and sit in their car, not come in into the house after they get there. But typically those people are like scrolling through their phones or whatever. I don't think I've heard of a situation where somebody, unless she was maybe lit, she had a few too many to drink, and sis was like, Lord, just let me make it to my garage. Just let me make it to my house. As long as I can make it home, then I can take me a little cat nap in the car, and then I'll go in the house. Maybe, you know, something like that. But the story didn't add up. Because people were like, okay, so where was the husband? Did you not realize that your wife hadn't came home yet? We don't know the dynamic of that situation. Maybe this happened often. Maybe when she go around to the sister house at 4 a.m, she don't come home sometimes. She might stay over there, or she might sleep in the garage. And maybe that's what prompted him to go find her the next morning. Okay. It was just a lot that we was having to piece together, and it just still wasn't making no sense. Now, here is where we get a wrench thrown into it. And I do have the video. I will be posting it at the end of this one. So y'all keep on watching for that. But the uncle comes out and makes it seem as though this might have been a situation of unaliving herself. Because he starts to talk about how, for one, Tisha, Marceau, and Wanda and her fucking updo bet not come to any of KeKe's services because they are the reason for all of this. He talks about how KeKe has been struggling with her mental health for months. How we all seen the scene last season back when they went to the Texas trip. Nell, messy, little short midget ass, had that Texas trip and invited KeKe. And then when she got there, tried to send her home because of Tisha. He speaks about how that situation had her on a ledge for weeks and how the family had to spend so much time trying to talk her down off a ledge. Now, when I first heard this, it did click and make more sense. I said, okay, the husband might have been trying to save face because from watching KeKe on TV, it don't seem like KeKe the type that would want to go out like that would want people to know that she went out by her own hands, basically. Y'all know you got to be careful how you say stuff. But KeKe always seemed like such a proud woman. And like she was one of them women that didn't take no shit from nobody. Whenever somebody came at her with someone on that show, she came right bike at them with some more shit. But I'ma just get a little piece of I'ma just get into a little piece of Tisha and Marceau that has pissed me off with this whole thing. If this whole thing does turn out to be unfortunate that KeKe did take her own life because she had been dealing with depression and things because of this show, Tisha, you are no better than the villain you keep trying to paint Mel out to be. And I'm going to tell you why. There were so many things that were personal of KeKe business that we didn't have no business of knowing. And the only reason why we would know that is because of you and Marceau bringing it out onto the show. Okay? We wouldn't have never even knew about the pill addiction had y'all not brought it out to the show. When KeKe first started coming around the show, y'all kept on making these type of statements like, there was something else. When y'all invited KeKe to your houses, there was something else going on, and we didn't want to tell y'all what. It wasn't y'all business to tell people that this woman was struggling with addiction. If Mel or whoever else invited her around to their house, why would it be on y'all to have to tell anybody else that she was struggling with an addiction? And because of that, we found out she was struggling with addiction. Not only that, y'all have consistently made claims that KeKe was back on drugs to the point that she had to take a drug test on the show, and it came back and showed that she was clean, right? But at that point, the damage is kind of done because you already putting that nugget, that narrative out there that she could possibly be back on drugs. So it's in her mind, like, not even in her mind, in my mind, I would think, damn, like this kind of pushes me back because it makes you feel like now everybody gonna think that I might have been on drugs again at some point, and here I have been clean for years, and that don't even have nothing to do with it. I'm just simply frustrated with Tisha and my relationship as a whole, and y'all were trying to make it seem like the woman was back on drugs. When the whole thing with Home Depot happened, KeKe kept saying, I'm not in jail. Y'all gonna see what happened. If I was really stealing shit, I would have been in jail. I wouldn't be out. I don't know if that's true or not, 'cause baby, I don't go around to the good people's stores stealing nothing. I pays my little money and go on. But she was out free. And it was, again, that wasn't y'all story to tell. Everybody around to the damn Huntsville cast damn near done been in jail. From Destiny, Maurice, who is an attorney, Stormy just had to go turn her damn self in. Like, all of y'all, Martell, a bunch of y'all done been around to the jailhouse before. Okay? But it was just more to pile on the narrative from the Scotts that something was going on with KeKe, or that she could possibly be back on drugs. Y'all kept alluding to that. Then, not only that, then y'all drag in some 10, 20-year-old shit about her husband, talking about he used to take money from her and use it to go on dates with other women. Do you know how that would make her feel? And Tisha, you should know firsthand, because this the whole reason why you claim you mad at KeKe in the first place. You claim you been mad at her all because she been running around town trying to figure out if Marceau cheating. If Marceau ass cheating. Why? Because it has been rumored since the first season that your husband has been cheating. Now, personally, I don't think Marceau is a cheater, because I think that if he is a cheater, he a damn good one. Okay, and that's the kind of cheater you get. If you gonna get any, that's the type you gonna get. One that you might have rumors of it, but bitch, you ain't gonna never see, hear, smell it, nothing. It ain't never been no proof, no hard proof. Like Martell, when he got caught up, he want to keep hollering out, all of us done cheated. All of us done cheated. Okay, but it ain't been no proof that came out on nobody but you. All right? But KeKe was going around trying to figure out if your fucking husband was being faithful, because you was being made to look a fool of on TV before KeKe even became part of the show. As a matter of fact, if y'all remember when KeKe first came to the show, it was seasons ago, and she came on there checking Marceau because of shit he had been doing in the public eye to Tisha, or that rumors were saying that he were doing in the public eye to Tisha. Right? But then, because she kept on, I don't know, she kept trying to figure it out, or I think that Tisha got so insecure that she fell out with her cousin simply because, I think that she might have knew something about Marceau, and Tisha knew that, and she knew that some of the shit that KeKe was saying might have been true, and she didn't want it coming out, and that's why she fell out. She chose to fall out with her and want to keep on making it seem like it was simply because you keep going around talking about my marriage. Well, now you going around talking about hers. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Because if you was really the type of woman you claim you are, better than this, all that, you don't stoop down to that level, you would have never did none of that. You would have never brought up nothing about her drug use on the show. You would have never brought up nothing about her husband and whatever they went through when they first got together on the show. And then you just keep on bringing more stuff out as the seasons go on, because KeKe was becoming a more prominent cast member. So now it's like KeKe having to go around to each person and basically combat these rumors. That's how she had to end up taking a damn drug test in the first place on TV. But she did it and she vindicated herself. And I just really feel horrible if this did have something to do with her mental health declining or her possibly harming herself, anything like that. I really hate that. And I want Tisha to understand that this is the kind of stuff that happens, okay? While you sitting up talking about mail every week, you need to check yourself as well. You need to check you and you need to check your husband. And I hope that this is something that you really take seriously. You were sitting up posting, oh, you know how sometimes you fall out with your cousin and you want to be back friends, but now that'll never happen. No, because you sat up and told the world you don't never want to speak to her again. You done. You cut her off. You don't ever want to speak to her ever again. Now you done. So I really don't blame the uncle for feeling the way that he feel. If you felt that strongly, you don't need to be here to say bye to her. We don't need that energy, because is it even real? But what it shows me is that Tisha was never really mad at KeKe. She was mad at some shit, some internal shit, or whatever the hell KeKe might have brought up that pissed her off. It wasn't necessarily KeKe, but y'all done put this narrative out, you, Wanda, and her plastic ass hair, updos. Y'all put this narrative out that KeKe jealous of Tisha. She can't stand Tisha life, and she mad at Tisha money, and all of this stuff. Y'all have made this woman out to be like a villain, honestly. It is horrible. And now that she's gone, you up here crying about it. Don't cry about it now, baby. Don't do that. Let's stand 10 toes. But I'm going to go ahead and quit rambling about it. I'm going to put the video up. I want y'all to get down in these comments. Let me know what y'all think really happened. How y'all feeling about Tisha and her statements of now she missed her cousin after how she's been treating her on the show. Let me know what y'all think. And y'all already know I'll be back with the next one.
Publicly, so you can get to her, get to Wanda, it can get to her daughter, it can get to her sorry ass son-in-law, it can get to all those people on that show. The way that y'all treated her in life, y'all got her down there to Texas and you alienated her. And my folks had to spend hours and hours and hours on the phone trying to reassure her, trying to help build her confidence. Our entire life for months has been circled around her mental stability. And you guys did everything possible to push her over the edge. So I'm asking you, because we don't want any problems. We peaceful people, and we don't want no problems. We don't want no issues, but we asking you. Do not attend no service on my niece. Do not keep her name out of your mouth. Stop going to these bloggers, feeding them information about what's going on, because you don't know what's going on. You have no clue because you're not inside the room. So you have no right whatsoever to be putting out any information about KeKe whatsoever. So, and I want y'all to tell Wanda, her sorry ass son-in-law, her bullshit ass daughter, stay away from my family. Keep KeKe name out of your mouth. Have the same energy that you showed towards her when she was alive. You don't love her. You never loved her. So don't even post that. Because if you loved her, it is no way possible that you can make up lies about her and her family and tell bits and pieces of information about her life that should be private to a family, but you fed it to these bloggers so they could ridicule her, cause her to have haters, cause people to disrespect her. That's what you did. And you pushed her. You pushed her to this. So we blame you. Absolutely. We blame you. She would be here if it wasn't for that stupid ass show. So, like I said, Wanda, your sorry ass daughter, and that fake ass son-in-law of yours, and all you sorry motherfuckers that's a part of that show, please, I'm asking you, from a place of love, From the place of love, I'm asking you to allow us to grieve KeKe in peace without your presence. And it publicly, so